said you wanted to talk about Goriilaz first.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure that's going to turn into a fight.
Mm-hmm.
So, since I have the unpopular opinion on this one.
Okay.
And you probably have the popular opinion.
Okay.
What did you think about it?
I was listening to the album, and I was really liking it. And then I totally forgot that I was listening to a Goriilaz album because it sounds almost nothing like a Goriilaz album. And I'm like, I like a bunch of songs on here, but this does not scream Goriilaz at all. In any way, like some songs they do, but like most of the time, Damien Albarn, like, or however you pronounce his name, shows up like Godzilla in the reboot, just like comes in for like 30 seconds, is like, oh, I'm here, and then he walks away and someone else does the whole song.
It's not new though.
I know it's not new, but like,
I mean, for what, even on Demon Days, that it wasn't as prevalent, but it was still there.
It was still there, but like,
I mean, like Feel Good Inc. What is Feel Good Inc.? It's like 2% 2D and 99% De La Soul.
well, no, like there's a structure. There's like the intro, verse. I'm sorry, intro, chorus, and then De La Soul does,
the rest of it.
The verse, chorus again, verse. Meanwhile, like, some songs will literally be like, oh, like he's here for like a 10-second chorus, and then like the rest of it, I don't know. I don't know what it just something was not ringing to me that this was like Goriilaz.
See,
like, I don't know.
To me, that's always been what they are, though. Is like it'll be a collaboration from a ton of different people, minus their first album, of course. But it'll be a collaboration from a ton of different people. Damon does the hook, and then they pretty much handle the rest of it.
But like 9 times out of 10 on the album, Damon doesn't even do the hook.
I mean, all right, so he does the hook on. I guess he doesn't do the hook on Ascension. Shit, you're right. I didn't even think about that.
Because like the only hooks that I remember that he was on was Saturn Bars, and like he wasn't even there for the first like half the song.
And even the hook on Saturn Bars is both of them. It's Pop Can and...
Yeah, so it's both of them. So I don't think we should... I guess, that's an iffy one. Does We Got the Power count?
Yeah, I would say, because a lot of that is just him layered over himself. At least that's what it sounds like to me.
What I forget, did he even sing on Let Me Out?
Yeah, he did.
He did? Because I know there was 2 people on that song.
There was,
it was Pusha T.
Pusha T and Mavis Staples?
Yes.
Yeah, Mavis Staples. Yeah.
So, like, and that's also another thing. Like, I listened to that album. Like, when did that album come out? Like a couple weeks ago?
Something like that. I don't remember exactly.
I can't.
No, it came out like a month ago. We're late as shit on this.
I can't like tell the difference between like half the tracks, and I've listened to that album at least twice now.
Okay, I have to disagree with you on that.
I can't, like, I don't know why. Like, the first half I can, and then the second half of the album I cannot.
See, and that's what I've heard everybody say is the second half of the album takes a nosedive, but I don't see it. I'm completely fine with the second half. Like, everybody hates Sex Murder Party.
Oh, I hate that song.
It's such a good song.
I hate it.
It's such a good song. I don't get what the problem is people have with that song.
Hallelujah Money's still bad.
It's still good.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
All the skits are useless.
Okay, so that was my one. I would like if I had to tier their releases, I'd put this above Plastic Beach in the Fall, and the only thing that keeps it from their first album and Demon Days worthy is how long the album is and the skits. Those are the 2 things I hate.
I also don't like the bonus tracks. I mean, I thought the bonus track that had Rag and Bone Man on it, I kind of liked it because I like Rag and Bone Man, but the other, like...
I'll be honest with you, after the first time I listened to it, I keep the bonus tracks off. I listen to them when I want to listen to them. I don't even... If I'm listening to the album, I listen to the normal version because it's too long. It's way too long.
Like, and again, like, I don't know. I don't know what it is about it. Like, maybe it's the fact that, like it's so long that maybe that's why I don't feel like Damien Albarn has a presence, because there's just so many just songs, I guess.
Yeah, I can see that, because especially when you have like 3 songs in a row, even if he is just doing the hook, that's still a lot of not him on it.
And then there's like a weird skit in between that's like totally useless.
I still it has the same problem I have with the Logic album. The skits make no sense. that I will say he did something most people don't, which I love, is because they're separate songs. When I listen to the album, I could just take those out of my queue and just listen to the album. I don't have to let them play.
Oh yeah.
Especially where they're all 2 seconds long.
Yeah. One of them was like 14 seconds long, and I'm like, and it was literally just nothing but like a 2-second sound clip at the end, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what is the
point of this?
What is the point of this?
I mean, I get the whole thing, because I don't know if you watched some of the interviews on it, but he said he was going for, like, after the election, like I can't remember the exact word he said. It was some like apocalypse type scenario after the election, and that's why a lot of those high pitched, almost like censoring noises, that's every mention of Trump being censored out of the album, because he said he didn't want to give him more attention than he already gets.
What? What?
You didn't hear about that?
I listened.
A lot of those. I shouldn't say all of them. A lot of them, especially on the Pusha T song. Do you notice how Pusha's verse is like 2 words, cut, 2 words, cut, 2 words, cut? That's because he was mentioning Trump a lot.
What? Why would he care? He's in Britain. Wait, no. Why would a Goriilaz album be about politics? Is Goriilaz universe in the real universe?
Yes, and not only that, but Demon Days was very much about, it had themes of politics and throughout it.
Yeah, but was it specifically about the president? I'm trying to remember, because like I don't remember if the president was ever mentioned in the Goriilaz universe.
I don't know. It wasn't specifically about the president, but I mean, with who we just elected, are you surprised that it's?
Well, I'm not saying like if he says like every censor is like Trump.
It's not every censor.
Well,
but
I'm not every censor.
Yeah.
But like
a lot of those, I'm trying to think. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like the weird mid-pitched like noises that keep popping up through it. That's what that's. From what I understand, that's what that's supposed to be, is censoring his name out of it.
That's weird.
I kind of get it though, because the way he described it was like, you know, everybody is talking about him, giving attention to his name. Why do we have to do it too? You know who we're talking about.
I mean, that doesn't really add anything for the album, but it is an interesting tidbit, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, no, I was just pointing that out because I think it makes... Well, it doesn't add to the album. It at least makes it... The scatteredness of it, to me, it makes it make a little bit more sense, because it's supposed to be a ton of different, like, people's thoughts during, you know, what happened. So
okay,
it makes a little bit more sense. I definitely think, again, it's too long, the skits were pointless, and it definitely could have used some reworking to make it flow a little better.
Yeah, because a bunch of these songs have like no relation to each other, like, at all. And
I think the ones that do are too spread out. Like, I'm trying to think of a good example.
I mean, the original 4 singles like that they released all kind of like
flowed together.
They all flowed together.
They should have been in a chunk, but like together on the album.
Yeah, because I thought they were like going to be the first, like, because the album was separated into like kind of like 4 acts with the skits. I thought they were going to be like that was going to be the first act.
Yeah.
But like the songs are all scattered everywhere.
Yeah, and the only, I will say this, the only time I thought a skit didn't bother me was the skit right before Andromeda. I thought that made a nice, like, kind of nice transition from whatever the song before was. I think it was Strobe Light into Andromeda. That was the only time I could say a skit didn't. It wasn't like, why is this even on? Like, get to the song. So you must have been happy when you got to Busted in Blue then, since it was a full Just Damon song.
I thought it was okay. It wasn't really, like, I don't know why. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I just thought it was okay.
See, again, to me, Goriilaz has always been feature heavy.
Yeah.
Like, it's a weird comparison, but almost like DJ Khaled-esque, where 2D shows up for like a second and then the features kind of steal the show. That's how they've always been to me.
Like, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm just not finding, like, a good chunk of these songs also kind of catchy. Like, I don't know. I thought Saturn Bars was catchy. I think Let Me Out was catchy. You know, there's a couple songs that I'm probably not remembering off the top of my head that I like.
Yeah, I think even though I like it a lot more than you, I think we can definitely agree. If it was cut in half, it would be a very good album.
It would be so much better. Like, because I think I like about 9 songs off the album. If they just cut it to that, like, I don't know, maybe like 11, 12-ish, that'd be perfect.
But from what I understand, he's kind of in like a mood right now where this is supposed to be a new song coming out today. They just posted a thing where they were saying there's another song coming out today, and he said in an interview he has like 40 more songs in the works ready to put out.
What?
Yeah. So he's in a mode right now of just making a ton of things. So that will be interesting.
They're not even going to wait for the Goriilaz TV show?
The what?
The Goriilaz TV show. Have you not heard of it?
No.
It got greenlisted for a 10-episode series.
That I'm actually kind of intrigued by that because
I'm sorry, before I forget, this is before I forget. Damien also was, I guess he was really jostled because he was in that same interview complaining about how Goriilaz, he was trying to get a DreamWorks animated movie for Goriilaz. And DreamWorks was like, yeah, you guys are a one-hit wonder in America, and this is a very niche band, and I don't think this is going to be, we're going to make up that much money off of it. And
I can understand the jostling just because I wouldn't necessarily call them a one-hit wonder.
In America, they are.
I guess.
It's kind of sad, but it's true.
I'm thinking more like Demon Days. I feel like there's a lot of song on Demon Days. Even if they don't know they're from Goriilaz,
Yeah.
they know the songs. So I get what they're saying as like, we don't know how much money we're going to make on this, but specifically the part about them being a niche band, I'm like,
But also, Damien never stated when he even did this proposal. So
That's a good
So
point.
this could have been like in like the, what was it, like a couple of year gap
it
between
was like
Plastic
4
Beach?
years.
4 years, yeah. This could have been in between that.
That's a good point.
Or it could have been like after Plastic Beach.
If this, because Plastic Beach came out 2011, right? Yeah, The Fall in Plastic Beach came out 2011. So if this was like 2013 where they hadn't put out anything in 2 years and people forgot they existed, yeah, I can kind of see.
You know, and if it was in between a gap, then like, then I can see it. But however, he doesn't state the year that he even proposed it at all.
I don't know. He doesn't seem like the type to be too spiteful about that stuff. So just going off of it, I feel like this might have been a recent thing.
And again, if it was a recent thing, Goriilaz hasn't made anything in like 5 years.
I guess,
Five,
but at
6
the same
years?
time, like people were excited for this album.
That is true.
There was a lot of people who were like, "This was like my childhood band." They're, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're finally putting out another album. So I don't know. I'm kind of iffy on that. On one hand, I can see why Universal or whoever it was would be like.
It was DreamWorks.
DreamWorks would be like, no. But on the other hand, I can see Damon's point of like, you know.
But also, you got to think about it. DreamWorks animated movie staff, they make kids movies. They've never
that's a
made
good
an
point.
adult movie.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, like, if their first adult animated movie was Goriilaz,
This is the prequel before they meet Murdoch. So it's not adult. And then the show picks up with adultness.
it's Gorilla Babies.
Yeah. Oh, God. But yeah, I mean, I'm fine with a TV show. They've done, you know, a lot of stuff. They could make some interesting episodes about Murdoch locking 2D in a radio room or whatever he did during Plastic Beach. And
He locked him in the bottom of Plastic Beach, where there's one window where there's a mechanical whale, and 2D's deathly afraid of whales.
That's right.
And there's a whale guarding him so that 2D can't run away.
So, I mean, you can make an episode of a show out of that.
Yeah, they're even still doing lore in like the interviews. I don't know. There was this one interview where an interview asked, "Where's the Jeep?" from what's that song? 2000.
Yeah.
And Murdoch was saying like somebody sold it, and 2D's pointing at it like, "Me, I did that. I did it."
Yeah, I mean, they've been pretty consistent with that stuff. Like, it doesn't make any sense, but they seem to think it makes sense. So maybe they have a higher. Maybe out there somewhere there's a Goriilaz Bible where if you read through it, okay, that makes sense.
There
now.
is.
Yeah.
There's an actual book of the whole entire backstory of like Goriilaz, like the whole entire thing. And
Now, is this official or is this fan made?
this is official.
Oh,
This is 100% official. Like, it tells why 2D's eyes are all messed up. It explains why, like, what happened with Russell's gangs and stuff. Like,
so
it was.
if they have a Bible, they can make a 10-episode TV show.
It's totally possible.
And I will definitely watch it because that actually sounds kind of interesting.
But I don't know which TV station picked it up. I don't remember which.
I would have to imagine it'd be UK based now.
I mean, it could. I don't know. Again, I don't know which animation studio is doing it at all.
That
All I know is it got greenlit from somewhere.
That or it's Netflix again.
It's Netflix or
Because Netflix does everything.
everything.
Still won't put Iron Fist in his actual suit though. That's something they will not do.
He still looks like an angry little dickie.
Don't remind me of Little Dicky.
I love Little Dicky. Not because he's good, because he's terrible.
I was just going to say, he's so horrible.
I love that.
He angers me. Well, on the inside, he's so horrible.
bad. I love him.
You gave me a transition. Rap.
Hip and hop. Kendrick.
So, wait. Final words. So I said where I would rank it. Where would you rank Humans in line with the rest of their discography?
I don't know. I think it's on the same level as like it's your same order, but it's instead of like it'd be like bottom would be The Fall, which I don't even count that actually. I'd put Plastic Beach and Humans at kind of the same. I can't tell the difference right now. And then I'd put Demon Days and then the first album.
I think it's no question that the first two albums are way above everything they've done since.
Oh, definitely.
And I think the only reason I put Humans above Plastic Beach is because honestly, I like the features they have more. I love Danny Brown. I love Pusha T. So it elevates it slightly above that just because I'm not like, this is a good song, but I don't care about you.
Yeah.
So anyway, Kendrick, I'm interested to hear what you thought of Kendrick's new album.
Okay. All right. So this is kind of what I've been thinking. Okay. So you know how Good Kid, Mad City and To Pimp a Butterfly had a good amount of time between each other so that he could think of these ideas. And To Pimp a Butterfly and Damn had 3 years. 3-year difference.
Was it 3? No, it was 2.
To Pimp a Butterfly, I thought it was 2014.
2015.
2015? Okay, 2 years. This album sounds like... Not sounds like, but like the more I listen to it, the more I get the feel that this was made literally within 6 months.
I think he started. I think he was waiting, and when the election happened, he was like, "Okay, I'm writing it."
Like he this seems very like reactionary, which I do like that. But however, like I don't know, just some lines like seem like they didn't go through a second edit sometimes, like. Not that they sound wonky, but just what he's saying is like, that sounds really weird.
I think it benefits from being Kendrick. I think if anybody else tried to do this, it would not be nearly as good.
Oh, no, that's another thing. The beats were so underwhelming.
Really?
Like I just thought, like these are good beats, but I know he can do better.
See, I don't know. The second Humble dropped, I immediately was like, okay, this is going to be an album full of bangers. This is not going to be To Pimp a Butterfly. Yeah. This is not even really going to be Good Kid, Mad City.
I know that.
Yeah, I expected an album full of that, and so expecting that, I was pretty happy with what we got. I mean, the second half of DNA alone makes the entire album good because I love that so much. I mean, when that beat hits, I get hyped up every time. Despite the fact the album's been out for a month and a half, I get excited every time I hear that beat switch.
Did you I know this is a bit off topic, but almost every song on that album was on the Billboard Top 100.
Yeah, I did see that. I think
if I was correct, 12 songs were in the top 40. Seven.
Even Blood, which is a 1-minute intro, was on the Billboard.
And I was actually really happy. I really liked this album. I don't know. I feel like it could have used a little bit more polish, but that's my only critique. I really liked it.
Yeah, I'm back and forth on the polish. Instead of the whole album, I think maybe there were like a couple songs maybe that could have used it.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I mean, I would honestly say this. I enjoy it better than Good Kid, Mad City.
Nope.
I very much.
I don't.
Let me tell you what the breaker is, because it's very close.
Mm-hmm.
I like every song on this album. I like every song in Good Kid, Mad City, except for Poetic Justice.
See, it's funny because I don't like Poetic Justice too, but on Damn, I don't like Duckworth.
You don't like Duckworth?
No, I don't know. I don't know. I don't dig rap songs that are like more than 5 minutes because of that. Like, and Duckworth's good and all, but I'm just like I'd rather not listen to it like super casually all the time.
See, I gotta
be in a mood.
This is one of those albums where I listen to it all the way through every time. I'm never really listening. Sometimes I'll listen to just DNA and Humble, but that's it. Most of the time I listen to it straight through, and that's been since it dropped. Like even now, what is it? A month later, I still listen to it all the way through. So I guess obviously listening to the rest of the album puts me in the mood for Duckworth, so I wouldn't
Yeah.
really like. I've never tried to listen to it on its own, so
Yeah. Like, I don't know. That's just my problem. I tried listening, like, I listened to the whole thing in one go, and then I like basically like 3/4 of the album was like I'm like picked for casual listening,
yeah.
and then like all the other ones were just like
I think
if
this
I'm
was,
in the mood.
I think this was definitely. I saw a lot of people saying this, and I agree with it. I think this is definitely Kendrick was like, okay, I just put out this super conceptual whatever album. This is like, I just need to make some like, dumbed down pop music. Really, like
yeah.
I that's what I got from this. Was he was like, I need to just do some like,
Do you remember that Cal Kuchesta song "I Am Angry"?
Mm-hmm.
That is the anthem for that album. Like almost all the times I've listened to it, it's just like I feel like at any point someone should just come out and say "I am angry."
I even on songs like where he's like monotone through the whole thing, he's still kind of angry.
He is very mad. Like throughout this whole entire thing, he is so mad, and I'm like, oh, he is. This was made like that's why I'm feeling like this was made in like 6 months. There's no way that this man has been that mad for 2 years.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
That man holds if that's the case, he holds a pretty big grudge.
Yeah. No, like I said, I think this was very much like after the election, he was like, I got to say something about this. And then I think he started writing. Like, I imagine he probably wrote like DNA and was like, and just kept going and didn't stop and was like, oh, I guess I have an album now.
He's just like, okay, I'll write one song for this new album. And then he just starts writing and the whole thing appears and he's just like, oh shit.
Because that was, I don't know if you saw, Mike Will Made It talked about the DNA beat, and he said the reason there's a beat switch is because he cut the beat and Kendrick kept going, and he was like, oh shit, I guess I gotta do something for this.
Oh, fuck. Wait, what? Mike Will Made It made a beat for that?
For DNA, yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't even...
A lot of those, I didn't know because Michael Made It, guys like that, I put more in the trap category, but I looked at the production credits. There's a lot of those type of people, of course.
Well, because usually when I hear a Mike Will Made It song, I usually hear his intro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like he goes, Mike Will Made It, but whatever.
I imagine, though, Kendrick was like, stop it, you're not putting that. This is my album.
that or like Mike Will Made It said, he's like, Mike Will Made It, and then Kendrick just didn't speak for like a good 30 seconds. And then he did the song. Yeah,
I'm going to pull up the production credits because I can't for the life of me remember. I know Humble was another one that, again, this was another thing where, because Humble came out and then the list of producers came out, and I was like, okay, like I knew exactly what to expect from this.
Yeah, which I do like the style change. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, again, every album's been different so far. Like this is even more different. Like, I guess you could say it's similar to Good Kid, Mad City, but it's still different.
Well, I mean, Good Kid, Mad City was like trap influence. This is like just full on trap.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sorry, the XXL, please load. Okay. I would appreciate it, please.
Just give it a second.
Wait, one more. Oh,
just 1 second.
So yeah, DNA was Mike Will Made It. I'm sorry, this site on mobile is I don't want an ad. I don't want an ad right now.
Are you sure?
I was right. Mike Will Made It made Humble as well.
Okay.
Bad Not Good was on Lust. Mike Will Made It also did Triple X featuring U2, which I want to talk about that in a second once I.
All right.
And Duckworth was done by Ninth Wonder. So yeah, it was I saw the production list, was like, okay, all right, I guess this is what we're doing now. But what did I say? I just wanted to talk about.
You wanted to talk about XXX featuring U2.
The two, I saw the two features and I was scared for a minute. I saw Rihanna and U2, was like, oh no. Both of them surprised the shit out of me. I really enjoyed both.
I mean,
of those
like
features.
I personally enjoy Rihanna. Like, I don't like be like I listen to everything Rihanna, but whenever she like drops a song, I'm like, okay. And so when I saw her on Kendrick, I'm like,
Rihanna.
Sure.
The big thing is, any song I've heard her featured on has not been great. That Love the Way You Lie.
Oh God, I just remember that now.
Yeah. So when I see a Rihanna song, I'm like, okay, maybe this might be good. When I see a Rihanna feature, I'm like, uh-oh, this isn't gonna be good.
Yeah.
She wails like a cat on her features. I don't know why. She can sing way better than that, but she refuses to. So I was worried. But the way she did like that, she was almost rapping on it, which was really good. It was completely different from anything I've heard her do. I don't know. You said you listen to her more. Has she done anything like that?
I mean, Bitch Better Have My Money and like a couple other songs on that album. She does kind of rap, and she's not that bad.
Yeah, she's not that bad.
She's not that bad.
And U2, I don't know what they did to make Bono a good singer again, but I wish they would do that for the albums.
I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, right, you're not gonna like this. Not the biggest fan of U2.
I'm not either.
And you're not gonna also like this. The only U2 album I like is the 2014 iTunes album that they gave away for free. So like that so I don't know whether he was good in that or not.
I don't hate that as much as everybody does. I still hate that they forced it to be on your phone, but I didn't hate that as much as everybody else did. But besides for like Vertigo, Sunday Bloody Sunday, like I'm very iffy on U2. So again, that's why when I heard them I was like, this isn't horrible. What is this? Who did this? So
yeah,
I liked it. Like I said, I would put it, this is for me his number 2.
No.
Where would you put it then?
Well, I mean, Good Kid, Mad City for me is always going to be number 1 because that's just based on pure nostalgia at that point. Because that was the first rap album I ever listened to. Because I used to be one of those edgy, like, I only need to listen to metal, blah 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 kid. So, Good Kid, Mad City was the first rap album, and then To Pimp a Butterfly because that album is just perfect. And then, that's and then Damn.
That's my number 1 because, like you said, it's perfect.
Like if I listened to The Pimp a Butterfly first, it would be number 1. But however, Good Kid, Mad City is only just riding on nostalgia at that point.
Fair enough. I obviously was already listening to rap at that point, so but yeah, mine would go Section 80, Good Kid, Mad City, Damn, and To Pimp a Butterfly.
I still never listened to Section 80. Though.
You should.
I know I should. It's bucket list, you know.
Yeah, believe me, I saw your playlist of all the things.
Yeah, there's a bunch of shit on there.
I started making one of those, and it got to like a lot, and I was like, I can't do this, and I deleted it.
I haven't been like I need to crack at that list again. I haven't done that in a while.
Spotify is the worst, by the way. I don't know if you know about the 10,000 song limit. You can only save 10,000 songs to your library.
Are you serious?
And I've hit it. I went through, I cleared out, because I don't listen to live stuff too much, so I cleared out all the live stuff, all the like demo reels and stuff, and I'm back down to 8,000, and it's just like every time I save an album, I know I'm one step closer to, and it's awful. It really is the worst. So yeah, when you get a message that says, oh hey, you can't save any more music even though you're paying $10 a month for this service, be prepared for that.
Paying $5, bitch.
Wait, what?
Paying
$5.
Because
you got the
college discount.
Yeah.
Go me.
Yeah, your college discount does not make up for the money you spent to go to college, so fuck you.
I got the cheapest state college I got.
Don't stop proving me wrong. I don't like it. Stop
I don't like it.
So that was the 2 big things. Other than that, what else have you listened to? Cecil, you can talk now.
You can talk about the Pale Emperor.
Yes, I did listen to Pale Emperor. I was very impressed by it.
Told you.
So, as someone who is still a piece of shit and really only listened to a few Marilyn Manson songs,
I'll explain it to you. All right, so what? Give me a reference of what Marilyn Manson songs she listened to. Is it like the '90s industrial stuff?
It must have been.
Okay, this is not that much like it. Like this is like experimenting more towards like heavy, like it's like metal with a blues influence, and like there's a lot of really good. Like, I guess guitar tones, because do you know the song Cupid Carries a Gun?
Yes, you did.
Yes, that song has like a really good twangy intro, and you wouldn't expect like Marilyn Manson to be like start off any song with a twangy intro, but it works. True. Like it's the only, I guess, modern Manson album I would ever recommend because like it's so different from all of his works.
See, what I hate is after I listened to it, I was amped up for Say 10, but where the hell is it? It should be here by now.
It was supposed to be here by February.
When was the last time you put out an album?
What?
When was the last time you put out an album?
He put out 2015 Pale Emperor.
Oh,
it's the most recent one. Say 10 was supposed to come out in February, but that's not happening.
Fair enough.
Before that was No Reflection, and that album was boring. And then there was that one album before that. What was it? It had the song "I'm a Goddamn Motherfucking Get."
Is it Eat Me, Drink Me?
No, it was after that. Because that album's also really bad.
The high end of low.
Yes, that one. That one was okay. But like Pale Emperor is like really, really good.
I've seen, while I haven't listened to him, I've seen a lot of people kind of have the same reaction you do, where Pale Emperor is good. A lot of his other stuff before is like.
I mean, Cecil, you and me both had the same opinion. Not much has been like. What would you say? Not much has been that great after Hollywood.
I don't want to say he peaked. It's just like after you've done, your trilogy, it's like your creative energy is all gone. It's like you put it all there. It's gonna take a while to build it back up.
Yeah. And like he made that album right after Hollywood, where like literally the lead single is "This Is New Shit," and it's just the
golden age of grotesque.
Yeah, he just made a generic album of himself.
I think he even said in an interview that was a crowd pleaser, which I'm fine with since
I mean, like there's a couple of good songs on there, but it's not as good.
If you have a album list long enough, eventually
yeah,
you'll have a filler.
I was gonna say everybody gets at least like 2 crowd pleasers in my book.
Yeah, I mean, we always get at least one recover.
You always get at least one immortalized. Don't hit me. Let's not start this again. God damn it. Move on.
Every single episode we're gonna argue about Disturbed.
No, we're
Anyways,
not.
Alternative. Nah, just kidding. Oh, I haven't listened to it. Sorry, I'm an angsty little bitch.
So I have a fun segment for what I've been listening to because I've been listening to too much shit. So what
Big
you
Time
go?
Rush?
You go first.
I listened to. I don't know if I said this already, but I did listen to the full At the Drive-In album, Interlia. Is that what? I don't know what it was called. There's like too many dots in it, but that was pretty good. And because of that led me to listen to the Mars Volta, which is because At the Drive-In has been broken up for about like 10 years, over a decade. So the singer made another band that's less heavy and more like indie rock-ish and like kind of more alternative. And that they're really good to the point where they have a 32-minute long song called Cassandra Gemini, which that is a force to listen to, but it is a very good force to listen to. And that's just one song off that album.
I will say, because I came up with 4 song lengths, we'll get into this, but I started listening to jazz pretty heavily, so song lengths mean nothing to me anymore.
Yeah.
The last Miles Davis album I listened to, every song was 11 minutes long, and so I'm just like, I don't even care anymore.
And I also listened to the new Dragon Force album because I absolutely love Dragon Force.
I feel like I've heard people say they're like, I don't know how to say it, it's like the pop form of power metal, but I think they get a bad rap. I've never. Well,
they get a bad rap because of Guitar Hero.
Basically.
Yeah, but I've never listened to like a full album of theirs, but every song I hear, I'm like, well, it's pretty good.
But yeah, they're one of those bands where like you listen to the album and then you just pick and choose which songs you want and you're done.
Add the songs to a playlist and forget about it.
One story I always remember is last album they made. I think it was called Maximum Overload. That was also another pretty good album. It had a cover of The Ring of Fire on it, and it was like a Dragon Force version of it, where like it was like
Oh, so it was an actual cover, not just we're gonna try to emulate the song.
No,
exactly.
They were not trying to emulate it at all. And like literally, the song came out, and I listened to it, and I'm like, oh, this is a pretty good Dragon Force, cover. This is the worst cover I have ever heard in my life. Why does Dragon Force keep making music? And I'm like, oh my god, stop it! They're not even doing the country thing. They're literally just making a Dragon Force song with the lyrics of Ring of Fire on it.
This is what I've been saying, where I've stopped reading Reddit as much. That has been everything that's come out.
Oh, jeez.
Everything, music, video games, whatever comes out is like, this sucks. Why can't it be more like this?
Mass Effect 4, I'm not playing it because of the faces.
The faces aren't even that good. We're not.
The faces in that one scene is for the whole game. I don't think you understand.
We're starting another show for this. It's just angry internet voices.
I don't think you understand my artistic integrity of being a fat ass in a basement playing video games all day.
Oh, you like Prey? It's nothing but a System Shock 2 ripoff. They even have graph shafts.
Wait, did Prey even come out?
Yeah.
When did that come out?
You haven't played it?
No.
May 5th.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm saving up my money to get Dead by Daylight, but
fair enough.
That's like $23, and I wanted to buy something else, but now I forget what it was.
Yeah, no. And if I hear one more thing get compared to The Witcher 3, I'm going to stab somebody. But this isn't The Witcher 3. Nothing can be The Witcher 3.
This album is nothing like The Witcher 3. I don't think you understand. Tell me how Disturbed Immortalized is like it's like The Witcher 3.
So, Are you good for things you've been listening to, or do you have more?
I one last thing.
Hmm?
I re-listened to Paramore's Riot because I got it for vinyl for my birthday, and I'm like, this is still as good as when I was a kid listening to this on Radio Disney. And that's it. I'm like, this is some good old pop punk.
So,
All right, now you go through your list.
I made a mistake.
You made a mistake.
I started watching What's in My Bag by Amoeba,
Mhm.
and everything that sounded interesting, I clicked.
Time for the list. Come on, Cecil, prepare.
Okay, so this is going to take a while because I have to scroll through my Spotify. I'm not going to talk about all of these.
Okay.
So, all right, we'll start here. This one I can't pronounce. It's Ali Farkatoire. It's a French African man who plays guitar. The only music video I've seen of his is him sitting on a motorcycle playing guitar. It's fantastic.
Okay.
All That Remains, Annihilator.
Wait, All That Remains?
Yeah.
Seriously? I mean, like full album or just one song?
Madness is pretty good.
I mean, I prefer this calling, but that's fine.
I've also, you got to realize, this is just what they mention. I have not had time to go through the rest of these guys' discographies.
Oh, okay.
So, Ben Howard, Bill Evans Trio. Jesus
I'm
Christ.
totally gonna shit on All That Remains after this, by the way.
That's fine.
Just
Go ahead. Again, I've listened to one album. I can't really defend them.
It's okay. Just keep going.
I'm trying to, but now the problem is I'm hitting all the artists I already listened to.
It's okay. Just
Cradle of Filth, The Cult,
I love those.
Curtis Mayfield, D'Angelo, Death Angel, the first two Death Cab for Cutie albums,
Okay.
Death in June, Donald Byrd. I finally started listening to The Doors, Duke Ellington, Echo and the Bunnyman. Jesus Christ. Elliott Smith. I'm going to admit I'm a piece of shit. I hadn't really listened to too much Elton John, so I finally started listening to him.
I mean, it's okay. I don't either.
It's worth it. It's really good. Fela Kuti. I don't fucking know. Fishbone. Finally started listening to Flying Lotus. Funkadelic. God damn it. Stop giving... No. Please.
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 Come on.
Listen, okay, I'm scrolling. Finally listened to Ego Death by The Internet.
Okay.
God damn it. You ever heard of Jazz Is Christ?
Is that Search Talking Jazz album?
Yes, it is.
That's
It's
great.
fantastic.
It's great.
Jim Croce, Jedi Mind Tricks, John Coltrane.
Oh, he's good.
Is it Kamasi Washington? Is that how you say his name?
Who?
Jazz artist, did the Epic. It's like a 3-hour album. Really fucking good.
I don't know.
Finally listened to Kemba.
Kemba?
He's a rap artist.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Kimbra, the girl from that Gautier song. And I'm
no.
She's good.
Fuck. I thought this was, I thought there'd be more. There wasn't. Mark Lanigan, Marv One, Marvin Gaye, Melvins.
Oh, Melvins is great. I love Melvins.
I will fight you on Marvin Gaye.
I'm not fighting you on Marvin Gaye. I just laughed because his name's Gay. It was a petty joke.
Menahan Street Band. I think that's how you say that. Miles Davis. I said that earlier. Ministry.
Ministry's good. I like Ministry.
Finally
Made
started.
a great choice right there.
Finally started listening to Nerd. God damn it! Give me something new. Something new.
Something new.
Something
Big Time
new.
Rush.
Operation Ivy. I just realized this is an audio thing. I shot him at fucking death glare when he said that.
I'm scared.
Operation Ivy, POS, Panopticon, Pete Rock, PJ Harvey, The Pogues,
Okay.
Priest, which is the members of Ghost that left. They started a band called Priest.
Oh.
Don't expect Ghost. It's not, but it's pretty
Yeah,
good.
okay.
I got to admit it. Finally started listening to Radiohead.
They're okay.
Specifically, A Moon-Shaped Pool. That was really good. Rainbow Band I never heard of. Somehow Dio's involved with them.
Oh, that was his first band. He got a hit with that, like an actual top 40
That was his
hit.
first band?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
It was Rainbow. Then I think Black. I think it was. I don't know which came after, but it was like Rainbow, Dio, Black Sabbath.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
The Residents, which if you haven't heard, Third Reich and Roll, or Duck Stab, you need to hear those albums.
Cecil, we got some listening to do.
Finally listened to Rush. Fantastic.
What do you mean finally? How did you not listen to Rush?
Because I'm a piece of shit.
What's that band Pat told us about?
Oh my god, what was... I mean, I know the band I brought up, but not the one... Oh my god, what was its name? I don't remember. All I remember is the band I said. 'Cause I'm selfish. Hold on, I can look real quick. Continue.
Hold on. I need to go to the album for this so I can read the full name because it's something. Give me the full name. Why are you doing this to me? Okay. Well, they're called Silver Mount Zion. All I can read from the title is "Fuck off, get free. We pour light on." ... I can't tell you what the rest of it is because Spotify keeps cutting it
Howard,
off.
you have to find that band Pat told us about.
I am looking.
Allegedly, they killed Kurt Cobain.
We should explain to viewers. Pat something.
This is something.
Stephen Harris, Stone Sour. That's
I hate them so much.
all I've listened to is Fabulous, which I didn't hate. It's the only song I've listened to.
I can also tell you why I don't like Stone Sour after you're done.
Stone Guard, Subvision, which is Tobias Forge, who is most likely Papa. That's his band. Thor's Hammer, which only have 3 songs as far as I can tell, but they're pretty good.
Okay.
Thundercat, Toroima, I think that's how you say that. I don't speak words. I think that might be While She Sleeps, Woven Hand, Wynton Kelly, and Yusef Kamal.
Okay. So I'm going to start with All That Remains. I hate them so much. I listen to This Calling, right? And I'm like, I like this song. So I listen to their other stuff. It is the most, like, they're emo core, but they're too heavy to be it.
See, again.
They're one of those bands. Before you say it, there's this one song called, what was it? I think it was What If I Was Nothing. That it has to be one of the worst edgy songs I've ever. This is like a 20-year-old emo core band disguised as a heavy band, and like that's why I'm just like I like one song, and like
now,
that's it.
I'll say this: while I like the album Madness that I've listened to, you have dissuaded me from going further.
Like there's this one song called 2 Weeks where there's literally a pop breakdown where like the music fades out and then like you hear the.
Oh no!
Like it's they try so hard to incorporate elements of pop and emo. And
I will say, pop is weird, but emo I'm fine with.
Well, no, lyrically emo.
I don't care. I've stopped caring at this point.
What if I could fight the world?
I don't.
What if I was nothing? It's like it was so bad.
At this point, when it comes to bands that are in that vein, as long as the lyrics don't stick out too much, I just sure.
Oh no, they have a good couple of songs where their lyrics are really bad. Like there was one song about like just in the middle of the song, I think they just started about like a girl cutting herself, and it's like an actual anti-suicide song, and I'm like, whoa, in the middle, like what?
Okay.
Like,
see again, like the album I've heard, you've dissuaded me from going further.
Just listen to the one song, This Calling. That song's pretty good, and then everything else you can run away. And Stone Sour I just find boring.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I think that kind of ruined Slipknot for me.
I've always enjoyed Corey Taylor's vocals a lot.
Oh yeah, yes.
That's enough for me to just kind of tolerate them. Again, I've only listened to a few songs, so.
And like a lot, and a lot of people have pointed this out, and I totally agree with. Was Stone Sour ruined Slipknot, and you can totally see that after you like. I don't know if you can see, but I listened to Stone Sour, and then I like noticed like. Slipknot's not really that chaotic and insane. They're actually having, like, song structure now in slow parts. This isn't that great anymore.
But see,
so we're trying to say Stone Sour made its way into a Slipknot.
Yeah, and I'm not saying, like, all the songs where they incorporate that is bad. I'm just saying that's why we get, like, a lot of really bad Slipknot songs after Iowa. Because, like, Iowa's just, for, its own reasons. Well, I mean,
I love Iowa for that reason. I love it. It's just so
well,
intense.
I mean, I'm not saying it's bad because of it. I'm just saying I don't like it because of that. I'm just saying, like, afterwards.
See, also, when it comes to, like you said, like, song structure and stuff, because I listen to, I mean, you just heard me, because I listen to fucking everything.
Yeah.
I don't care about that stuff. That's fine for me. As long, and plus, I think also I started listening to Slipknot way later than you guys did.
Yeah.
So I care way less.
Yeah, because I again, like, I just listened to the CDs my dad used to have, and the only Slipknot CD he had was the first one, and he's like, yeah, there's a good reason they sucked afterwards, and I'm like, really? I mean, Before I Forget was good in that Guitar Hero game I heard.
So I mean, I'm kind of with that stuff. Again, there's definitely a line that they've crossed. We had this discussion before.
Yes.
They crossed the line on Iowa and they crossed the line on 0.5. Past that, I don't really care.
Apparently, Slipknot's having an announcement soon.
Of course they are.
Probably making a new album, but they're making an announcement in, I think, tomorrow.
When did 0.5 come out?
0.5 came out 2014.
Yeah, so it's about time for a new
Yeah, it's
album.
probably. We're gonna change all the masks again.
Wait, wasn't that the Gray chapter?
Yeah, well,
0.5.
it's 0.5.
0.5 because it's the 5th album. Witty.
Oh no, I was thinking volume
3.
Yeah, Subliminal Verses.
That's one thing I can't stand is when anybody does that, when they're like, oh, we're witty, we put the number in the album title. It's
I
like,
still think objectively the best band that's ever done that is The Bronx, and all their albums are The Bronx is The Bronx, The Bronx is The Bronx 2, The Bronx is The Bronx 3,
see,
The
that,
Bronx is The Bronx 4.
because of how much repeating itself that's humor to it.
That is great.
Most bands are just like, hey, it's our 5th album, we snuck 5 into the title.
Like if they did it for all the albums,
That'd be fine.
that'd be fine.
But because they only do it with some, then it's like
What was Slipknot? It was the self-titled
self-titled
Iowa Volume 3, All Hope Is Gone, 0.5.
And that's the other thing too. Volume 3 and then 0.5. Like, you don't keep the same number structure throughout all
It's
of
like
them.
Saints Row. It's like Saints Row 2, Saints Row
the
the
third.
third, and then Saints Row 4 in Roman numerals.
Yeah, it's like, pick one. Stop it. Pick one.
See, I don't have a problem if they use like, volume 2, because it makes it sound like it's a new version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, like, you can use it like, again, if it's creatively worked into the album, I'm fine with that, but most of the time it isn't.
The Bronx 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Like, that's funny. That's really funny.
Yeah.
It almost reminds me of like Friday the 13th. It's like part 1, part 2, part 3, part fucking XXX3.
And then it's like, well, it's not part 9. It's Jason Goes to Hell. It's not like 9.
Guys, can we talk about Jason X? That was a good movie.
I
right?
absolutely adore that movie on how bad it is. Like, I casually watched that movie knowing how bad it is.
What if he revives? Put him in the armory. That'll fix it.
What if he just the final act of the movie is a black Halo Marine punching him through space?
Oh. What was it X where they had the callbacks where they put him in like hologram chambers?
Yeah, because they're like, oh, this is gonna buy us some time while we think of a way to kill it, and it had like the two girls like,
Yeah,
let's
and he
have sex.
Put one in the sleeping bag and beat the shit out of the other one with it. Come on, that was pretty good.
Oh my god, it's so funny.
I feel like there were points in that movie where it was the director like, this is shit already. Let's just make it more shit.
Like they're like, yeah, we know no one cares about Friday the 13th. We don't care anymore.
You were going to say something, Cecil. The second time you spoke.
No, I was going to say that the liquid nitrogen scene in Jason X, that even though it's a corny movie, that is one of the best surprising kills I've ever seen in the movie.
Oh, what? Was that the one where they dunked the head in?
Yeah, and then she lifted up, smashed again.
Yeah.
I think my favorite unexpected death was the movie on Arrival and the series as a whole. I didn't think it would stop after space, but apparently it would.
Oh, it didn't stop after space.
It stopped for like a good
It
couple
did stop
of,
for a while.
bunch of years, and then Freddy vs. Jason, and then Reboot.
Which I will stand up for Freddy vs. Jason. That was not as bad as everybody
I
made it
love
out
that
to be.
movie, but I like the proposed ending that was brought up. Do you know about it? There was 2 proposed endings. Freddy versus Jason. It would be a stalemate, and then Ash from Evil Dead would come in to
I
kill
did
him.
hear about this.
And
yeah,
the
yeah.
second one is they both die, and they're in hell, and Hellraiser comes up. It's like, let the games begin.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
all
Yeah,
3 of them.
I did hear about that.
I like both those idea endings better than the actual ending.
Definitely. But, I mean, obviously, you know the problem. They were like, cool, let's do it. And the studio was like, no, let's
Yeah.
not do it. And they were like, oh.
They didn't make Ash versus Freddy versus Jason comics, though. That is a
I
thing.
I didn't read them, but I did see those.
Those are a thing. I would be interested in Hellraiser, because it's not like that movie series is doing anything.
When was the last Hellraiser movie?
2012.
Was it?
They got a new Pinhead. He was a fat dude who made way too much emotions, and I did not like him. And then I don't even know if they even bothered with another Hellraiser after that.
I didn't even know the 2012 one came out.
Yeah, it was straight to DVD. Like,
of course it was.
No one cared about it. There was no love put into it. The plot didn't even make sense because like when you open it did not make any sense at all. It was like the internet Hellraiser movie.
I know this is heresy, but I've never seen Hellraiser 1.
You should. I mean, Hellraiser 1's pretty good.
I'll admit, Hellraiser is one of those movies where I haven't seen it, but I've seen so many clips online. And so many references and so many clips that I'm like, I've seen this.
Hellraiser 1.
Pinhead. You like as soon as you see that, like, oh, Hellraiser. There's
Yeah,
nothing else.
exactly.
Like
Yeah.
Pinhead.
Hellraiser 1's okay. Hellraiser 3, the one where he like I don't know how, but there's some like Hellraiser 3 they made it so that he comes out of the box and into the real world. And he's just a dick, and he kills everyone in a club. And that movie is so good because he's like a sarcastic. Like he's like, I'm just gonna kill everyone for sticking me in whatever they did. Like, it was great.
Speaking of killing in a club, have you ever seen the Collector Collection? I can't remember.
No.
It's essentially this dude in a mask who's like, I just want to kill people. And so there's a scene where I can't remember if it's glass or razor blades, but he hooks the lighting system up in a club with, I want to say it was like, it was saws. That's what it was.
Okay.
It was like chainsaws, and the lights came down. It just cut everybody. It was so horrible, but so good. Those movies are like disgusting. Like Saw levels of just ugh.
Speaking of which, they are making another Saw.
Oh, again.
Saw is my guilty pleasure.
They're making
franchise.
another Saw. I think they canceled the Friday the 13th movie. They're giving up. They don't care anymore.
That sucks because the reboot was really good.
The reboot was really good, but this was another reboot. This was not. It was at first going to be a sequel to the reboot, which was going to be like all the movies until Jason died.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think that'd be basically 4 because they kind of covered 3 in the reboot, but it'd be 4, and then it turned into a reboot of the first movie again. Then it turned into.
When you say first movie, do you mean Mom is Killer?
Mom.
Okay.
And that was the rumors. Then it turned in. That's just what I heard. Then it turned into a reboot of just chasing, killing people. Like so, like it was just gonna be like more like a.
It's a standalone movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a standalone movie basically, but it's gonna like soft reboot in the Jason lore. Then it turned into a POV movie. Where like Blair Witch, where you're one of the teens that Jason kills.
I feel like that's the type of movie that would lend pretty well to that.
And then that's the last thing I ever heard about it. It was supposed to release February of my senior year, and they didn't say anything about it for a good bunch of months. And then I guess they canceled it.
That sucks. I think pretty much all those reboots from the big 3. I thought the Nightmare on Elm Street reboot was good.
I thought that was garbage.
Really?
I did not like the.
See, I've heard mixed things. It's either really good or really bad. I haven't seen it.
I feel like there was way too much backstory in the like. If they wanted to put that much backstory for Freddy, then they should have did what they did with all the Freddy movies and just have it incrementally. But instead, they shoved like 7 movies worth of Freddy backlore in one, and it's not that interesting. The guy who plays Freddy is only okay. The makeup's pretty bad.
See, all right. I think the problem is they were basically an origin story that never got a sequel.
Yeah.
Like, it was very clearly supposed to be an origin story. So watching it, I really enjoy it from that standpoint. But I can see where you'd watch that movie saying, okay, where's part 2? Oh, it doesn't exist.
Well, that, and I also hated the new Freddy. I did not like he looked like a Navi from Avatar with just melted cheese. So I thought it looked really bad. He looked like a Navi with melted cheese on him, and it's like, it's supposed to be a burn victim. He's supposed to be realistic. However, wait.
What the fuck did Robert Englund look like then? He looked stupid too.
Yeah, he looked stupid, but at least he went with it and was having fun. This guy is super serious, like, I took out your heart, only a few minutes to play. And I'm like,
good. It's a horror movie.
It's not.
I don't want Freddy playing electric guitar in my horror movies.
But he's not scary either. That's the problem. He's too goofy. Like the new one looks too goofy, and he's trying to be like I'm still serious, but he's not. He looks like an idiot.
Speaking of horror movies, did you guys see the new Alien?
I didn't. I want to see it so badly.
I didn't see it, but I heard it has ties to... does it have ties to Prometheus or retcons Prometheus?
From what I've heard, you need to see Prometheus.
I hate Prometheus so much. I'm sorry.
Luckily, it covers Prometheus, so technically you don't have to see it. But if you
thank
see
God.
it, it'll make more sense.
I did not like Prometheus.
See, I liked it better Prometheus, but it's less horror and more weird. Like, you have to see the movie to know what I'm talking about. It's just
So that because I heard a bunch of people defending it saying it's avant-garde, you don't understand, and I'm like, how can an alien movie be that avant-garde?
From what I understand, though, it is for everybody who I know who's an Alien fan who's seen it has been like, holy shit, that was really good.
Because I heard almost every Alien, because all my friends who are Alien fans says it's garbage and Aliens movies should stop, and like this isn't like 5 of them, this is like a good 20 people.
I don't know.
Like, I have no idea what to think. But then again, Prometheus was the same way, where it's like, they should stop making alien movies. Guys, Prometheus was so good, I don't think you understand.
I'll be honest, I haven't seen Prometheus. I still need to.
It's boring.
I also...
Yeah, but the direction, cinematography is amazing. The writing, shit, though.
Huh. You know how you want to hear the backstory of the company that sent people to the island where the aliens were? No? Okay, here's a movie. Did anyone want this? No.
I love backstory, though, so I'll probably...
I love backstory, but for an alien movie to come out after 20 years, I expect a movie where an alien just kills things. I don't need to know the backstory of the one alien ship when apparently there's multiple.
But see, I'm one of those people, like, I'm so obsessed with, like, backstory and lore. Like, I'll read books in video games just to, like, because I want to know more about this.
Yeah.
So...
Well, the new Alien, they're kind of going for, like, instead of just Alien, it's like the H.R. Geiger universe, because they have more, like, you know how Geiger designed all the creatures?
Yeah.
Basically, they just took everything that was left in his book, a lot more of it, and just put it in the movies. And, like, all right, I'm fine if they make it into, like, this weird nightmare universe.
I was just going to say, so they're going for what everyone's doing. They're going for the Marvel thing of a universe of movies, not just a singular
Universe.
series.
You want to watch Captain America 3 and there's 30 heroes you've never seen before because they're in other movies? No! Go to hell!
Civil War was the best Marvel movie.
Oh, okay. I never said... Okay, never watched Avengers 2, and I still have no idea who the hell Vision is. I don't know where's Quicksilver if there's Scarlet Witch.
That's your fault, then!
Why is it my fault? This is Captain America 3, correct?
Yes. Captain America Civil War. You should
Civil
know
War.
immediately.
No.
Yes.
Captain America 3. It says
Civil
Captain
War.
America. Okay.
Civil War.
Good for you. But however, Captain America 1, 2, 3. I expect, like, at least I can take Iron Man. Okay, I can take Iron Man. I can take a couple of the superheroes. This was a giant superhero brawl. I have no idea who Vision was. I don't know.
That's your fault.
Why is it my fault in Captain America?
Okay. Because it's a fucking cinematic.
Why do I need to watch
universe.
every single Marvel movie to watch the one hero I like?
The fact that the one hero you like is Captain America.
Well, I mean, like, this is just the example.
Angering enough in of itself. But,
I mean,
okay. If this was like phase 1, I'd understand. But at this point, you know all those movies are going to tie in. They're all going to call back to each other.
But why do I have to watch all the movies to watch one?
You don't have to. You have to watch one movie. You have to watch Avengers 2 so you know
I have to watch
who Vision
Avengers
is.
2. I have to watch Ant-Man. I have to watch all the Thor movies to understand why the fuck he's gone.
You don't they still haven't gotten to why he's gone in the Thor movies. You don't got to watch shit.
I wonder where the fuck he went.
I've seen...
And that's being covered in Ragnarok, which hasn't come out yet.
That hasn't come out yet. I don't know why Hulk's gone.
That's covered in Ragnarok too. You clearly haven't watched the trailer.
I have watched the trailer. I don't know why he's not in Captain America 3 if it's a civil war, as you'd say. I don't know why. Like I don't get it.
Because again, they are going to explain it in Ragnarok, which hasn't come out yet.
So I'm sorry, but then you know the $12 that you just spent on this movie. Well, you're gonna have to spend
It was
another 12 on again to see this
Good.
Thor movie because I
they
don't
keep making good movies.
because
and I
I don't
will gladly
care
give them
about
my
Thor
money.
in any way, shape, or form, and I'm
don't
not gonna
watch
go see
it.
Well, then how am I gonna figure out why he wasn't in the Civil War?
You already know he wasn't there. Do you really need to know why that badly?
I'm sorry, I'm a backstory fanatic. I really like backstory.
The second I said that, I knew you were going to get me on that.
Don't worry, I do that to everyone. But
No, but
and that's why I had no interest in the new Spider-Man movie because I didn't. No. You're not. I watched Spider-Man for the villains, and I'm not that interested.
it's Michael
in Vulture.
Keaton as Vulture.
I know. So I'm gonna watch it on Netflix. I'm not gonna watch it in theaters. I'm just gonna watch it on Netflix. I'm not
Also,
gonna go to the theaters.
You're
but
saying you don't know who Vision is. Want me to give you Vision's backstory real quick? I can give it to you in 10 seconds.
he's a purple dildo.
No, they put a robot in a box. They put an Infinity Stone in it. Jarvis possesses it. It gets struck by lightning. Boom, Vision.
When did they get an Infinity Stone?
In Avengers 2.
I don't want to watch
I've
it.
only seen 3/4 of Avengers. I didn't see the end of Avengers 2. I seen when they set up Civil War though.
Yeah.
The only thing you really need to see in that. But
Yeah, you could literally. Do you agree with me? You could watch like from the middle and like a little bit of the end, and you'd be perfectly fine. You
Yeah.
really don't need to see most of Avengers 2. I like it. I know most people don't, but
I don't know. I'm
I
just
did like the antagonist in Avengers 2 better because he seemed more omnipresent.
he had a personality to him.
yeah.
just like
Unlike
Avengers,
most
like-
Marvel villains, where it's just literally here's the superhero, here's the same superhero, but he's a villain and slightly
No,
stronger.
like Avengers
allegedly.
1, Loki, we already dealt with him in Thor, so
Yeah.
it's just like, ooh,
And that's why I liked in Civil War. I liked the way they did the villain because it was just a dude. Like it wasn't like, oh, he's Iron Man but bigger. Like he was just a dude. Like he wanted to split the Avengers up and he accomplished it. Like he meticulously thought out what he would have to do and he did it.
Still stupid.
It's not stupid. I'm gonna strangle you to death
Please.
with this mic cord.
Thanks, Daddy.
Why'd you have to make it weird?
You're the one who's talking about strangling me, big boy.
I said to death.
I'm still.
Did any of you guys like Superman versus Batman?
No, God, no. Okay,
I didn't watch
okay,
it.
Okay. As someone who's been getting into DC recently, that was so. There's so much more interesting stuff you could have done. Shut up. There's so much more interesting stuff you could have done with that movie. They did not have to shove Doomsday in there, and the backstory for Doomsday was stupid.
Oh yeah, wasn't he just Zod, but like
Yeah, he's
he
Zod.
mutated or
They
something?
put Zod.
He's basically Goriilaz.
What did they do? They put him in some kind of pool. I can't remember what it was.
He like put him in the Zod's like spaceship, and then he put his blood in it, so he's like a hybrid of Zod.
But I want to say it was some kind of like Lazarus pit almost or something. I could be remembering that wrong. I forget. They put him in like some kind of pool, and like he said, they injected his blood into the pool, and it made like a mutated form of Zod, who was Doomsday. But that's a stupid backstory for Doomsday. Not only that, but Superman and Batman in and of itself. Whenever they do that storyline in the comics, and believe me, they do it every
It's
month.
not that good 9 times out of 10.
No, it's fantastic, but there's so much build up to it. There's like a good 4 or 5 issues
Yeah.
where it's just tension between Batman and Superman before you get to the all-out fight. Hell, even in Injustice, the whole first year built up to when finally they just hammered each other. But there was no build up because they were like, okay, we don't want to explain Batman. People didn't like Superman. Wonder Woman could come out later. Fuck it, let's just do it.
It's really sad because like that was I heard rumors that was going to be Man of Steel 2. Before it was Batman versus Superman, it was going to be Man of Steel 2. And I actually thought Man of Steel had a lot of potential if they fixed a lot of issues.
That they didn't have potential.
But however,
that film made me want to kill
like,
myself.
I
I
think-
was so angry during that film.
Oh geez, you weren't angry during Superman Returns?
I saw Superman Returns when I was like 7.
Oh well, which is funny because the DC movie I hate the most is Suicide Squad, and not on the simple fact because
I couldn't watch it.
I was so pumped up to see Suicide Squad, and then I watched it, and like
I can give you the reason. What's wrong with it? Okay, ready? It's not the story. It's not the characters. It's not the makeup. It wasn't edited properly at all. They failed at the
They really
fundamental.
wasn't.
There was no edit that lasted more than 10 seconds in that movie.
Even worse, I followed rigorously because I was actually interested in this movie because I'm like, this is different. But however, when I first saw it, it's like, this is going to be dark and gritty. Everyone's like, that's stupid. So they went back and re-edited it to make it more like Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay? And then Batman vs. Superman came out, and then they went back, and then they edited it again to add Superman and Batman. And from what I heard, the people who made the trailers did an edit of that movie. I have no idea what's the original version of that movie. No idea.
That was why the director came out and said, was like, I don't want my name on this. I'm sorry.
And they're making a second one.
All right. So
Suicide Squad 2, the fixed version.
And it doesn't make sense because comic-wise, didn't Deathstroke start Suicide Squad? Like, he was the leader? Wasn't it, like, I guess, like, not the original, but he's, like, the main figure nowadays.
He was one of the... No, Harley Quinn is still the main figure nowadays. They did get that right. But
Well, I mean, like, leader-wise.
no, Harley Quinn is still, like...
Is she?
When even if you just look at the cover of all the Suicide volumes, it's always her. It's always her and up front and Deathstroke, like, just behind her.
Okay.
Because those were the two, like you said, the two big draws, at least now, because the original Suicide Squad was a completely different makeup. But yeah, those are the two big draws because those are the names. People
Don't worry, they got the one person from the original lineup in the movie. They got Slipknot, who dies in the first 20 minutes.
There was a few people from the original lineup. Captain Boomerang was in the original.
Oh yeah,
lineup.
and he left in the middle of the movie.
That was okay. That's he didn't leave, but that's kind of his whole thing. Is he's like the outcast of the group. They all hate him because literally the first thing he did was like, I wonder if these bombs in our necks are real. Hey, you walk 50 feet that way and let's see if you explode. And the guy was like, no, I'm not going to do that. He was like, I will cut your head off with my boomerang. He was like, okay, I'm going to do that. And then he exploded and everybody hates him because of it.
I hated Inferno in the movie. He just
I completely forgot Inferno even existed. What was wasn't the bad guy Enchantress? Like the for like just out of the blue.
You know what the other thing too is? I think because I couldn't make it all the way through that movie. I will say this, that movie gave me a cock tease. That club scene with the Joker made me think, you know what? They might do something right here.
They might.
And they immediately ruined it. And that gun range scene with Deathstroke, that was, if you don't know
Deathstroke's not in the movie. It's Deadshot.
I'm stupid. Deadshot. I meant to say Deadshot. But that was, if you don't know who Deadshot is, that's who Deadshot is. So that was the perfect introduction. I was like, they might do this right. And then it got to the next scene, and I was like, God damn it, no.
reality ensues.
That movie was made so poorly, and it won an Oscar for best makeup.
I gotta say I didn't hate the character designs too much.
But however, think about this: Star Trek 3, the reboot, where they made
I still haven't seen Star Trek 3.
I'm not just saying, but they made over 100 aliens just with practical effects. Lost to Deranged and Killer Croc, but Deranged.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I don't think this movie should get any recognition at all. This movie should just be left as not as a bad movie because I don't like it. No, a bad movie because it was made poorly.
Yeah.
No one knows what's going on. No one knew what even tone to even make of the damn movie.
It's a good example of a movie that had so much potential, but they just fucked it up.
The Suicide Squad has been like a mainstay in DC for a long time for a reason. It's an interesting concept of like, we need these villains to work for us. They die if they don't. Like, it's a really interesting concept, but they totally.
It's so.
And you know what sucks too? Because I don't know if you've seen Wonder Woman yet. I haven't.
No.
But I heard everybody say, "Oh, it's the best one so far." But it's like Wonder Woman's so boring of a hero.
I mean, to be honest, I think Superman's more boring. But that's just me.
Her and Superman are the two most boring. She's made out of goddamn clay. That's her backstory. Her mother's like, I can't have a child, so she molds her out of clay, and Zeus is like, fuck it, and just brings the clay to life. I don't know if that's the backstory they use in the film. I just know that's how it goes in the comics.
I don't know. And like someone's like, you should watch Wonder Woman, and I'm like, do I really though? Do I really need? Because I basically have 3 superhero movies that I'm watching for a good while, and then
I still need to see Guardians 2.
Oh, I saw Guardians 2.
Is it good?
It was actually pretty good.
Good.
I
heard, and you can confirm this for me. I heard the one complaint I've heard about is that they made Drax too stupid, and that's the only complaint I've heard about it.
Some scenes, yes, but other scenes when he does it when he's really dumb, it's actually kind of funny.
No, I didn't hear that it wasn't funny. I just heard that it's one of those things where you think back on it, it's like he was really stupid in that movie.
He was actually he was kind of dumb to be comic relief, and that's good and all because every single character played off each other really well.
Yeah.
But Baby Groot was already kind of the dumb one for comic relief, so it's kind of redundant.
That's my only problem with that movie. I get the appeal of Baby Groot, but I wish later in the movie he would just grow back to normal size. It was fun at first, and after a while, I'm like,
I can guarantee you that's going to be part of the reveal. When they reveal the Guardians to the Avengers, that's going to be part of it.
No. After credit scene.
Oh, well, I haven't seen it yet. Shut the fuck up.
Well, I'm sorry, but you're the one prophesizing shit.
I'm prophesizing because I haven't seen it yet. And
prophesize the fact that Groot can age. I'm sorry.
I mean, we all knew it was going to happen, but god damn it, let me have my moment.
It's one of the 5 after credit scenes.
Good. They need more after credit scenes.
No, they don't. They can literally have that in the conclusion. Oh, by the way, the ending is very nice.
Is it?
The ending is actually really nice. They beat the bad guy, and you'd be okay, they beat the bad guy, they resolved the issue with the bad guy, blah blah blah. There's an extra 5 minutes of other resolutions that were going on without the movie, and it was actually really good. And
Well, because they're not going to touch on that IP until after Infinity War, so they have to be wrapped up and ready to go.
Well, it's not even like wrapped up as like Guardians. It's literally just for one character.
I still haven't seen Logan.
I haven't either.
Nope.
I've heard very good things about it.
I have too.
I think, what was it? I want to watch that movie, Deadpool 2, and then quick, what are Marvel movies coming out?
Besides Spider-Man Homecoming.
What are the ones after it?
I don't remember.
When's Ragnarok coming out?
Ragnarok comes out.
Yeah, again, I said I might watch that on
When the
Netflix or
fuck
whatever.
does Ragnarok come out? Is it this year or is it next year?
I think it's this year.
I
Is
think,
it this year?
it's like November. Because Spider-Man's going to be this summer.
Yeah,
and
you're right. I
Thor's
don't know
gonna
if
be-
it's November, but it's late
Well,
this
it's
year.
around there.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
late this year.
Late-
Not summer.
It's in not summer.
Which I'm excited for that because just seeing Hulk in a gladiator outfit ready to fight Thor, I'm like, yes.
I really
He's
hope.
my coworker.
I
know him. And then everybody gets all disappointed and Hulk just whacks him across the stadium.
I really hope that's most of the movie, if I'm going to be honest. Because I don't know if you ever watched this, but they made these two animated movies, Hulk versus. Have you ever seen them?
Watch them now.
Oh, they're both pretty good. There was Hulk versus Wolverine, which that's never going to happen. And then there was Hulk
Don't say
versus
never.
Thor. And that one was actually really good. It was like a whole 40-minute movie about just Thor and Hulk fighting instead of for it. And that's what I'm
So-
kind of hoping this movie is.
I plead ignorance here. I don't know Marvel comics that well, but from what I understand, that's what that storyline is.
Okay,
is the two of them basically fighting it out.
Yeah, okay. So that's helpful.
From what that's again, I could be wrong because I'm completely ignorant on Marvel comics.
Stop being ignorant.
Stop being ignorant. Marvel just rebooted too. I might need to jump into them because now would be a good time.
I forgot. I'm sorry. What is your opinion about the Venom movie coming out?
When did they
There's
make-
an R-rated Venom movie
I'm
coming out in the next couple years.
sold.
And oh my god, it's the guy who played Mad Max in Fury
Tom
Road.
Hardy?
hmm I think so. I think that's who they confirmed.
I'm sold. That sounds really good.
And do you know how hyped I am knowing that exists?
That sounds.
Th-
Wait, who's doing it?
I have
Is
no
Marvel doing it or is Sony doing it? Because I will be. That is very dependent on whether or not I'm excited.
I have no idea.
I mean, Sony has made the first Spider-Man 1 and 2, but they also made 3.
3 Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2.
Well, 3 was more Sam Raimi's fault. I kind of liked Amazing Spider-Man 1. Didn't watch 2.
1 was okay.
I liked it because of the Lizard. Because the Lizard's one of my favorite villains.
Yeah.
So, like, my favorite villains are like
Well, that
Mysterio,
too, and,
Lizard,
The other
Venom.
ones were hinting towards Lizard, because remember how he meets Dr. Kleiner? It's like, hey, Peter,
Yeah.
look what I found.
Yeah.
I will say this. I think Homecoming, or not Homecoming. I think half the reason Marvel wanted Spider-Man that badly, I bet you they're gonna do some shit with Mysterio.
I'm hoping, but I'm also hoping that just Marvel buys out all their last IP so I can finally get that Deadpool Spider-Man movie I wanted for all my life.
Deadpool, Spider-Man, and Logan.
No. You don't understand. Deadpool and Spider-Man
No,
is
I
the
know.
funniest thing ever. And
Oh no, I've read snippets. I'm just saying that's usually the thing. Is it's
Well-
Deadpool and Spider-Man being idiots, and Logan's there like, God damn it, like the father of like, God damn it, I have to deal with both of
I
these.
also would like Deadpool and Hawkeye. I don't know if you ever read that comic.
I haven't.
It's really funny because Hawkeye is sent to kill Deadpool, and Deadpool can't die. So it's just a whole like bunch of issues of Hawkeye just trying to kill Deadpool, and Deadpool's like a cartoon character and just keeps insulting them. But Hawkeye's deaf, and he can't read lips under
Oh, that's
Deadpool's thing.
right. I
So
forgot
literally,
Hawkeye's
he's just
deaf.
seeing his mouth move, and Deadpool doesn't realize this. And so in like the last bunch of issues, they become best buddies, and Deadpool learns sign language to order him tacos, and it's like I love that.
Deadpool is just such a great character because they've created a character they could do whatever they want with.
I love that man. I love Deadpool.
That's one thing. DC does not have a Deadpool. They really don't.
I mean, yeah, they don't really.
What about Lobo?
I've heard some people say that. I'm like, just no.
Well, I mean-
shut up.
Lobo, I would argue, is the
Closest.
I thought Lobo was more like the Ghost Rider of DC.
more the Wolverine. Wolverine,
yeah.
Ghost Rider, Deadpool-ish type thing, where he just rides around the universe and kills things, doesn't really give a fuck.
Yeah.
He showed up on Earth once, and Justice League was like, "Stop that," and he was like, "No, no,
I just like that. Just like this big biker guy just going, no.
no," because that's his whole. Lobo, I'll admit, I'm kind of fuzzy on, but that's his whole thing. Is he kills people? He kills people across the universe because he feels
Yeah.
like it.
I'm also waiting for Ghost Rider to get his own good Marvel movie.
Well,
But
Ghost Rider
order
was in
Agents of Not Watching.
I won't watch it, but I don't hate it.
I watched the first couple episodes. I'm like, this is boring, and then I didn't watch anything else.
But I understand why they're keeping the universe separate, because if you're like that and haven't watched it, for Coulson to suddenly show up, you'd be like, didn't you die 8 movies ago?
Yeah.
I think that was really dumb keeping that TV only.
I know Marvel got back when it got back, because I remember when Guardians 1 came out, they got back the 4 licenses. They got back Daredevil, they got back Punisher, they got back Ghost Rider, and they got back someone else. And
I think it was one of the Inhumans. I think it was like Iron Fist or someone like that.
It wasn't Iron Fist. It was someone else, because no one wants Iron Fist.
No, but I'm saying that it was someone in that category.
Yeah.
Hero.
And
I need a new R-rated Punisher movie.
They're making the show. It's coming out in November.
Yeah, Punisher. The show is coming out, and Punisher is going to be in the Daredevil show. That's why if you go on Netflix, it's got his skull with the blood coming down on it.
Yeah, you can look at just look up clips of the Daredevil in season 2 to see if that interests you. Because there are some really, really good Punisher scenes.
I'm watching the DC shows. I'm watching The Flash right now, and then I'm going to watch Green Arrow and then Legends of Tomorrow, which I really like them as a DC fan, but I imagine if you watch them, you'd be like, this is the shittiest fucking TV show I've ever seen.
I mean, I watched an episode of Supergirl, and then I sat there, right? And I was just sitting there, and I'm like, why is everything around Superman boring? Like, why is it always boring? It's just the same strong person every time.
Supergirl is a damn shame, because she's actually way more interesting than Superman, because they kind of go into the whole, because do you know what her backstory is?
No.
When they send Superman to Earth, they also send her, but they set her on the wrong course, and she ends up orbiting around the sun for a while. So basically, she's more powerful than Superman is, and that's why she lands way later. So she has to kind of deal with, my baby cousin is now older than me. My entire planet's dead, because she didn't know. Her parents were like, oh, just get in the pod. Just shut up and get in the pod, and launched her off. So, and then they do really cool things. They make her a Red Lantern at one point, and, even though Red Lanterns lose their heart and their ring replaces their heart, she somehow is like, fuck it, rips the ring off and throws it into the sun. But, So, it's a damn shame that she's boring, because she is a really interesting character.
I know this is really off topic, and I know, this is a rant. So I just want you to finish whatever you say so I can
go ahead.
Ask this question. Why the fuck does Goku versus Superman exist? Just that idea. I mean, this is coming from I used to watch the Superman cartoon as a kid. The one that was made by the people who made the Batman one. And I used to watch Dragon Ball Z, usually in the same night, because I would switch between Jetix and Toonami and stuff. I never once thought, why would they fight? Because I knew Superman was immortal and Goku can die. Well, I mean, Superman can't die.
Superman's not immortal.
But he's so hard to kill.
He's not, though.
He can't be. But can Goku figure that out?
It isn't that the whole reason Batman needs to use kryptonite is because he's not as strong as Superman.
Yeah.
Someone as strong as Superman can easily rip him apart.
So someone who's as strong as Superman can actually be.
Yeah. It's the whole point of kryptonite is to bring him down to human level, so the human villains he fight can kill him.
So
someone that's why the whole point of Doomsday. Doomsday doesn't need kryptonite. Doomsday will just fucking rip him in half if he wants to.
Okay. See, I never knew that. I thought Spider-Man. Not Spider-Man. Superman. Superman, you could only bring him down with because I heard he can't have sun rays. If he doesn't have sun rays, he'll get weak.
Right.
Kryptonite and something else. There was something else. It was something from the Green Lantern universe or something.
Oh, fuck. I know what you mean.
Yeah, you know what you mean. So whenever I keep that 1 year where that whole argument of Goku versus Superman.
Again, the whole thing is that Superman can die, but again, the people he's fighting are not capable of doing it.
Yeah.
But if it was someone as strong as him, yes, they could do it.
But this was before Super. This is we're talking about GT was the last thing.
I mean, wasn't Super Saiyan 3 already a thing in Z?
Yeah, Z was a thing, but Goku can't handle that form for more than 5 minutes.
A fight with Superman is not going to last 5 minutes.
Exactly.
You You gotta remember, Goku dies like 3 times, but comes back to life. So
Yeah, that's the whole thing. He would die in Super Saiyan 3, and then they'd resurrect him with the Dragon Balls, and then he'd be like, okay, I got this. Bleh.
Yeah, because like, I don't know, because Goku in Super, like so far Super. Have you been watching Super?
No, I'm...
Almost every single major villain, Goku never wins.
Okay.
He loses against Beerus. He doesn't win against Goku Black. He wins against Frieza, of course. But
I mean, that's Frieza.
But however, like I'm just like watching this and I'm like realizing like Goku could never beat Cell. Goku almost lost against Vegeta in the first round. He lost against Majin Vegeta.
Well, I mean, Boo is kind of overpowered. I mean, they really did write them.
that whole story, the whole Majin
I love Boo, but like the point where Goku is like in Super Saiyan 3, he's like, yeah, I could have actually beat Boo. I'm like, what?
No, you couldn't have. Shut the fuck up.
No, he said he totally could. But however, he's like, I want to see the kids do the fusion dance. And he knows Gotenks 100% is stronger than him. He knew that. And I'm like, what? Just kill the dude.
Right, this man killed half your fucking planet. Kill him.
And then then Super Boo happened, and Goku's like, I'm not touching that.
I do like how I like the wish at the end of the Boo saga. It's like, not only do we want everyone back, I want no one to remember this happened. This never happened.
Boo doesn't remember. Gohan doesn't remember. No one remembers this.
Nobody remembers it.
The only people who remember are the Kais, Hercule, Vegeta, and Goku. That's it.
Yeah.
They don't want anyone else knowing. So that way Majin Buu can be like just the adorable little fat ass walking down the street.
Wearing his diaper. I swear to God, it's a diaper. I don't give a shit what
real talk, when I was a kid, I thought it was a diaper, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. And the way he acted with like the Boo on chocolate thing, I'm like, that man is a baby.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
Yeah.
How did we get to Goku from music?
Let's see. We talked about music, then we talked about horror movies, then went to superhero movies, then the idea of Goku versus Superman. And I still think that idea is really dumb.
But do you at least now understand it now that I told you
understand it, but I still I don't.
It's still a dumb concept.
But like again, like would Goku be strong enough? Because again, Goku is.
Yeah.
Would he? I mean, I don't know.
Super Saiyan Goku would absolutely be strong enough. That's the thing. It depends who's writing it too.
Yeah,
because Superman's power levels fluctuate. Like, Goku doesn't have to be smart. Superman just has to solar flare like a dickhead because he thinks he's all tough, and then he loses his power for like days, and then Goku would just rip him in half.
But see, Goku has too much respect for people.
No.
He's that dumb.
Do you think that would be the fight? They'd out-respect each other?
Basically, Goku would be like, you're not fighting at your full potential, go. And then Superman goes to his son for like 3 days, and Goku's like, okay, God form, I'm ready. And then Superman comes out and blows him up.
See,
Goku's done that like literally a million times.
Yeah. No, but all right, so perfect example of Superman is not as OP as you think. Flash Rebirth comic, not Rebirth now, Rebirth from 2009.
Okay.
Long story.
Right.
The Flash and Superman are racing, and Superman's like, I'm a Kryptonian, I'll beat you. And Flash is like, I let you beat me those times, and just fucking rockets off into the Speed
that's
Force.
great, actually.
Like, yeah. What did he say? He's like, those are for charity, Superman, and just boom,
those
gone.
are for charity. I actually really like that. Those are for charity.
Hell, even Aquaman is basically at Superman level in the water.
Are you serious?
He's fucking like, yeah.
I thought like I knew he was like
he
strong.
He can swim at like insane speeds. He's super strong. He's bulletproof. He's I'm trying to think what else are his powers. Obviously, the whole control sea life thing. Here's the thing.
Same powers as SpongeBob.
But see, here's the thing. You always see that gif of him controlling the turtle. Then there's Injustice, where
he controls the shark.
Well, no. In Injustice, when Superman comes down, he's like, I control the world now. Aquaman rides in on the Kraken and is like,
are you fucking serious?
He's like, you stay the fuck out of Atlantis or I will kill you myself, and then just rides back into the ocean. Aquaman gets a bad rap and he does not deserve it.
See, the last time I ever heard of anything Aquaman by like anyone actually talking about it was, do you remember, what was that garbage Screw Attack ripoff? I forget what it's called, but it had like, I kept seeing ads for it on YouTube. And there was this really fat bald guy who was like, this is the angry nerd, and he made a whole rant video about Aquaman saying, he is my 17th favorite superhero and here's why everyone gives him a bad rep. And I'm like,
I don't care. No, but
there we go. That's the last time I ever heard someone talk about Aquaman.
see, but he's not wrong. Aquaman really does get a bad rap. Like,
Oh, no.
he's a fucking badass. Again, like, in the water, he could probably take Superman. Again,
Okay.
this is depending,
So-
though. Like, as of Rebirth and, like, the last half of New 52, I don't know where his powers stand, but from what I know of Aquaman, where I know him at, in the water, he could probably take Superman.
Okay, so I'm thinking we should probably finish up here.
We should. We can
But
go for
however, I have one more question.
Hmm.
All right, this should be the last question. So in like the Justice League, like the main members of Justice League, who can beat Superman?
Martian Manhunter is stronger than Superman.
Okay.
Like I said, Aquaman, depending, obviously on land,
water.
he couldn't. In water, Aquaman could probably take Superman.
Okay.
Obviously Batman can because he's too smart
Okay.
for his own good. He became the god of knowledge, and that long story.
Yeah, you told me that one.
Superman and Wonder Woman are pretty evenly tied.
Okay.
Flash would just run into the past and beat the shit out of Superman in the past before he knew the Flash was an enemy. So Flash could probably beat him. Really, everyone can beat him.
So like hold on, can Cyborg beat him?
Well, okay, so Cyborg could probably, assuming they fought on the like Justice League like little station there, Cyborg could probably use his knowledge of the station to fly them away from the sun, so Superman would become weakened, and at that point
Okay.
it's, Cyborg versus a normal person, so yeah, probably.
Okay, so how did Goku win how did Goku never win every single like hypothetical fight between Superman?
Because on paper, Superman should be unbeatable,
Yeah.
but he isn't. He's a god amongst gods. Like, that's the
Okay.
whole point, is like the rest of the Justice League could, if they really wanted to, yeah, sure, it'd be hard. And again, this is dependent on the writer, because
Yeah.
in Justice, obviously Superman kills like 90% of them. Killed Green Arrow, tore my heart out with it. God damn it, Superman. But so it depends on the writer.
Yeah.
So
So like what you're saying is like most of those arguments were like on paper arguments.
on paper arguments, Superman would probably win, but if you count in, writer bullshit, Superman loses a lot.
Okay, yeah, okay, that's all I want to know.
So that's it. Apparently, we're no longer just a music podcast. We
I mean,
talk about
you
everything
know,
now.
We're called Sidenote, so we always go sideways.
Yeah.
Was that an innuendo?
I'm not sure.
All eyes are on you now. What do you mean you're not sure? You can't be not sure about an innuendo.
Like,
Are we fucking or
see,
not?
Cecil, are you telling us something? Like, you can come out. It's 2017.
Yeah, it's fine.
No, it's-
Nobody knows your real name. You can come out on a public forum.
You're Lionkin. I knew it.
God
You
damn it.
spiritually identify as a lion.
No, I identify as Dragonkin. Don't you ever get that
Excuse
wrong.
me, you're an edgelord. You identify as Demonkin. Thank you very much.
No, get it
All
right.
right.
It's called Bazoo.
This is horrible. I'm ending this. I'm pulling the plug. Fuck this. Bye. Don't you whisper bye? That's fucking creepy.
You didn't hear what else I whispered.
Bye. You shut up this time. Bye.
Good night, y'all.
I can't stop.